When you propose to someone in Notting Hill, it should be to someone who knows what that movie is.
Number 30. Why did none of Amy and Sheldon's family come to the Nobel ceremony? To paraphrase Sheldon, his friends are his chosen family.
And my other family, who I'm so happy to have here with us.
But he also has a biological family, one he's relatively fond of. So wouldn't he want them there for the biggest moment of his professional life? Or at least Mary, who cut up hot dogs for his spaghetti and sang Soft Kitty when he was sick? Amy, too. Perhaps she's not as close to her parents, but wouldn't she still want them there? It's hardly about money. They did fly their 5 friends to Sweden and seemingly put them up in what looks like a very nice hotel. They could have saved money by bringing their parents instead. Then again, maybe Sheldon's speech wouldn't have been quite as sentimental.
I apologize if I haven't been the friend you deserve. But I want you to know, in my way, I love you all.
Number 29. How does Sheldon spend his grant money? Speaking of their Nobel Prizes, we know those come with a generous grant.
If I'm not mistaken, the Nobel comes with a substantial cash prize. What were you going to spend it on?
I hadn't really thought about it. Sheldon's got his eyes on some new Dockers.
Come on, do something for yourself.
Raj talks Amy into spending a sliver of it on a shopping spree. But what about Sheldon? Over the years, he's mentioned futuristic inventions he's saving up for.
Why do you have all these unopened paychecks in your desk?
Because most of the things I'm planning to buy haven't been invented yet.
So did the grant money go into that fund, or did he funnel it back into science? Maybe they both saved most of it for a rainy day, or the down payment on their future home. Sheldon is a meticulous planner when it comes to finances, so odds are he spent it wisely. Then again, maybe some of it's still hidden in a peanut brittle tin or the hollowed out backside of a superhero figurine.
The rest is divvied up between a small savings account, this deceptive container of peanut brittle, and the hollowed out buttocks of a superhero action figure who shall remain nameless for his own protection. Or her own protection.
Number 28. Did Penny get herself out of debt? On the opposite end of the scale, Penny is not exactly known for her saving habits.
No big deal. I'm just a little behind on my bills because I cut back my hours at the restaurant and my car broke down.
We find out she's racked up quite a bit of debt, leaving Leonard quietly panicking about their financial future. Although, let's be honest, secretly stashing an entire bank account probably wasn't his smartest move either.
Oh my God, Leonard, do you know what I could do with that kind of money?
No, I do, and that's why I hate it.
Once Penny leaves waitressing and acting behind and moves into pharmaceuticals, she finally seems to have a better handle on things, or at least enough money to pay someone else to handle it for her. It looks like she's earning enough to climb out of debt, but kids are not cheap. And given where we leave her, you do wonder if she ever fully shook that financial weight.
I went to school for half my life. I have a doctorate. I'm still paying off college loans.
Well, how much do you owe? Maybe I can help you out.
Number 27. Does Howard ever go back out to the space station? Howard sure rides on his space trip for a very long time.
From the wheel to the International Space Station, which I went to.
Honestly, this again?
Fair enough, it was a huge deal, and despite what Sheldon says, they weren't yet handing out boarding passes to just anyone. Still, for all that talk, when the chance to go again comes up, Howard suddenly seems very happy to stay earthbound.
I can get it higher. Just give me a second.
Hello?
Hi, Ma. How are you?
How I am is not dead, but you wouldn't know that because you don't love me enough to pick up the phone.
Go, go, go.
We do wonder if he ever made a second trip. Maybe even just to escape family duties. Sorry, Bernie, can't do the school run, I'm in space, is a pretty unbeatable excuse. Then again, maybe his kids are what keep him grounded, literally. And hey, even one trip to the International Space Station is still more than most.
I'm amazing. I mean, this is even better than I dreamed. Yeah, I look out the window and it's all so unbelievable.
Number 26. Where did Leslie Winkle go? After years off the radar, Leslie Winkle suddenly pops up at Sheldon's birthday party, where she's greeted by Leonard, who gives her a quick life update.
Yeah, Penny and I got married.
Oh, congratulations. You know, actually, I thought you'd be living with Sheldon forever.
Yeah. Don't be a stranger.
But where's she been this whole time? She was a recurring fixture for the first 3 seasons, then vanished until this one episode in season 9. Given her and Leonard's past, maybe they kept a polite distance. And honestly, we're not entirely sure what she's doing at Sheldon's party anyway, considering their history.
Leslie Winkle.
Yeah, Leslie Winkle. The answer to the question, who made Sheldon Cooper cry like a little girl?
Is she still at the university? Did she move elsewhere? Did she and Sheldon finally declare a truce? We never find out because after this, she disappears again. No explanation, no closure, just gone.
Oh, now you know I hate change. Say it.
Happy birthday, dumbass!
Number 25. What happened to Ramona Noitzky? The last time we see Ramona Noitzky, Amy is thanking her for giving Sheldon that final push to commit.
Dr. Noitzky?
Oh, Dr. Fowler. Hello.
Thank you so much.
Ramona may not flinch at kissing someone else's boyfriend, but she clearly draws the line at fiancés because she backs off after the engagement. In fact, we never see her again. Given how intense she could be, it's almost surprising they didn't throw in one last Ramona twist before the wedding.
It doesn't seem to me to be such a pain to have you hanging off my ankle like some kind of ball and chain.
Maybe she finally accepted that she and Sheldon were never going to happen and buried herself in work. Or maybe she was just too mortified to show her face in Pasadena again. Still, given their similar fields, we wonder if they ever crossed paths later on.
Why are you sitting by yourself? Oh, that's right. Sheldon's in New Jersey being engaged to Amy.
I heard.
Number 24. Did Penny ever finish her education? Penny may not be as book smart as the others, but she's plenty intelligent in her own way.
It's not a big deal. Just taking a class at the Pasadena Community College.
That's great. I didn't know you wanted to go back to school.
Oh, it's just one history class. Look, I didn't finish college, so I thought I would give it a try.
Throughout the series, she's always trying to broaden her horizons, whether it's taking lessons from Sheldon or joining community college. Unfortunately, the show never took her commitment to education as seriously as she did. It mostly served to move her relationship with Leonard along.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, just this guy I met at school.
Oh, great. We're still dating, right?
Relax, he's just a friend. We're doing an oral report together. He's really nice.
Now that acting seems firmly behind her and she's stuck in a job she doesn't love, maybe she'd be motivated to go back to school. Like money earlier, that gets trickier as a mom. However, Penny and Leonard have plenty of people around who could help out while she earns her diploma.
So, I know this goes without saying, but if either of you tell Leonard you help me rewrite this paper, I'll beat you both with a bag of oranges.
Understood.
Number 23. What did Sheldon do to his former roommate? In the flashback episode, we see Leonard briefly encounter Sheldon's former roommate, and, well...
Oh, I bet you're here to check out the room for rent. Yeah. Run away, dude. What? Run fast, run far.
Look, we get it. Sheldon is a difficult person to spend an afternoon with, let alone live with. So it makes perfect sense he'd drive people away. But this roommate seems traumatized by whatever went down in that apartment. And since we don't even know how long they'd been living together, we can only guess how long it took this ticking time bomb to explode.
Apparently the one fella tried to adjust the thermostat, then the other fella went bat crap crazy.
So you agree he's nuts?
Well, not as nuts as the guy who chooses to live with him.
Believe it or not, he was worse when I met him.
Oh, I do not believe that.
Things must have gotten pretty bad based on the, let's call it decor in what became Leonard's room. We know Sheldon can be a massive pain, but geez, what finally tipped him over the edge?
So Sheldon's last roommate tried to warn you off?
For all I knew, he was the crazy one. He had this really deranged look.
Well, yeah, you've been living with Sheldon.
Number 22. Why did Leonard's siblings never visit? We know Leonard has a brother and sister who are both wildly successful.
Well, Leonard's younger brother, Michael, is a tenured law professor at Harvard, and his sister just successfully grew a human pancreas in an adolescent gibbon.
So she's close to curing diabetes.
Why else would you grow a pancreas in a teenaged gibbon?
From what we hear, they probably got more nurturing from their mom than he did. Maybe that drove a wedge between them. That might explain why they skipped their brother's wedding, let alone never popped by any other time throughout the series.
Oh, you had a party for your 60th?
I wouldn't call it a party, just a few close friends. And your sister and brother.
Likewise, where are Bernadette's many siblings? Anyway, we've heard plenty about Leonard's unusual upbringing, but it would have been fascinating to see the Hofstadter siblings reunite and compare notes on growing up with Beverly as their mom. Perhaps, like Sheldon and Georgie, they remember their childhoods very differently. Or maybe the experience bonded them for life. Young Leonard, anyone?
No, not that book. It's got like every horrible story from my childhood in it.
Oh, cool. Are there pictures?
Seriously, please find another book.
Oh, come on. Why? How bad could it be?
Number 21. How was Beverly as a grandmother? While we're on the Hofstadters, we can't help but wonder what Beverly might be like as a grandmother.
My parents focused on celebrating achievements, and being expelled from a birth canal was not considered one of them.
It's so silly.
It's actually based on very sound theories. His mother published a paper on it.
Well, what was it called? I hate my son and that's why he can't have cake?
Does she learn from her mistakes with her children and finally give her grandbabies the affection she withheld from Leonard? She's written books on child rearing, so she clearly thinks she has a good formula. Does she stick to it or try to adapt?
Did you get to the chapter where she staged the Easter egg hunt with no eggs to see how long I'd keep looking? The answer, by the way, June.
Do Leonard and Penny catch her running experiments on their kids? Maybe as research for another book? Based on how she and Leonard part ways last, we like to believe she realizes the best thing she can be is an unconditionally loving grandma. Still, she probably makes the kids call her doctor in public.
If you need any more help from me, my books are available on Amazon. Logging off.
Number 20. What was the deal with the pins on Howard's collar? Unlike many of the entries on this list, this one is one many may have overlooked.
Oh, damn, I picked the wrong side.
Throughout the run of the show, Howard was seen sporting many turtlenecks. But have you ever noticed the little alien pin?
That's what makes it get all funky.
Yeah, okay.
In virtually every episode, Howard can be seen with one of these pins on his turtleneck. They change shapes, sizes, and colors from episode to episode. But nothing in show ever gives us a clue as to their meaning. In a behind-the-scenes clip, costume designer Mary T. Quigley did say there was a reason for them, but we never did learn what it was.
And the infamous alien pins
yes.
that are always on the turtleneck, and there is a meaning behind them, which we will not tell you.
Yes.
But you can try to get.
Number 19. What happened to Stephanie? With so much emphasis on Leonard's adoration for Penny, it's easy to forget the other women he becomes involved with. One shining example is Stephanie Barnett.
Things between you and me have been going pretty quick.
And?
It's just a little scary.
Well, yeah, but scary good, right?
Sure. When is scary not good?
She and Leonard become romantically attached shortly after Leonard drives her home from a date with Howard. Even after Leonard texts her about not wanting to live together, it seems like things would continue, yet she never reappears.
I'll never have sex again. Oh, I was wrong. See ya.
No on-screen breakup ever occurs, and unlike other exes in Leonard's life, she's never even mentioned again. Did not living together ultimately become a deal breaker, or was it just time for the writers to shift things back to Penny? We're guessing the latter is true.
She's heard about you because we're, involved, and you haven't heard about her because I never slept with her, I swear.
Number 18. What kind of father does Sheldon become? Can you imagine someone like Sheldon as a dad? Through the events of young Sheldon, we learn that Sheldon and Amy have a son named Leonard and an unnamed daughter.
I wanted his name to be Leonard Nimoy Cooper, but Amy wouldn't let me.
Be happy I let you name him Leonard.
Okay.
Given Sheldon's precarious history with his own father, fans became worried he might repeat some of those parenting patterns.
I always wanted my dad to build rockets with me, but he wasn't interested.
Ah, yes. Disappointing fathers. Tell me about it.
When it comes to Sheldon, however, we know that he can change his worldviews. For the 12 years we saw him on television, he came to grow far beyond his original struggles.
Really? You thought about our kids?
Of course. I think you and I will have exceptional children.
We'd like to think that as a father, he'd give his kids everything he didn't get as a young child, even if Amy sometimes had to give him that first little push.
Hey, smartest man in the world. I brought you to the water. Take a freaking sip.
You're drawing a parallel.
Yes.
Number 17. What was Penny's sister like? Unlike the rest of her family, audiences never got to meet Penny's sister Lisa. First mentioned in season 1, we don't come to learn much about her even after 12 seasons.
All right, my sister shot her husband, but it was an accident. They were drunk.
What we do know is that she apparently shot her husband by accident while intoxicated, had her water break during the father-daughter dance at her wedding, and she's apparently quite adept at finding personal information on the internet about Penny's love life.
My friends at work found it. My sister found it. Judging by my email, a number of prisoners at the Michigan State Penitentiary found it.
Given what little information we do know, it sounds like she's got as much spunk to her as Penny. However, much like Leonard's siblings, the true nature of Lisa's personality will likely remain an unsolved mystery. Number 16. What are Sheldon and Amy doing post-Nobel?
The Nobel Committee will be making the calls to inform the winners at any minute, so the only drug I need is the endorphins pumping through my brain in anticipation of our victory.
In the final season of The Big Bang Theory, both Sheldon and Amy are nominated for a Nobel Prize. After an early morning phone call, they learn they have won, and the gang celebrates.
Oh my God. We did it.
I know. Can you believe it?
That's a good point. What if I'm dreaming?
We won the Nobel Prize!
Since the episode ends with Amy and Sheldon receiving their award, we're not given any clues as to the direction their careers take. What exactly comes next after you've won a Nobel Prize in the world of science? Given Sheldon's lifelong obsession with the Nobel, it leaves the door open to a lot of possibilities once he's crossed that item off his list. We imagine his next step is probably to solve anything deemed previously unsolvable to prove his brain is better than everybody's once and for all.
I have no doubt that that will be the case.
Number 15. Does Alfred ever visit Mary after meeting at the wedding? Perhaps one of the most unexpected yet hilarious moments from the pre-wedding dinner is what unfolds between two parents.
So after your husband passed, you never remarried?
No, just focused on work and the church.
And what do you do?
I work at the church.
As Leonard's father Alfred leaves the dinner, Sheldon's mother Mary accompanies him. With the two intending to share a nightcap together, speculation unfolds among the boys as to what's going to happen.
I don't like this at all.
I don't like it either.
Really? Because I love it.
We learn the next day the two have become friends and hope to visit each other in the near future. Which, of course, begs the question, whatever happened between these two? The possibilities of where that story could have gone are endless. If only young Sheldon had given us a hint at whether these two ever ended up together. Number 14. Does Sheldon ever change? Even up to the very last episode of the show, Sheldon is often portrayed as being quite self-centered and condescending.
I realized I can go to your aunt's awful party and still spend the whole day gaming with my friends.
Both Amy and his friends tolerate his behavior, knowing full well he never intends any ill will towards those closest to him. In the final episode, Sheldon comes to realize just how hurtful he can be, and chooses to share his Nobel spotlight with his extended family.
I have been encouraged, sustained, inspired, and tolerated, not only by my wife, but by the greatest group of friends anyone ever had.
It begs the question as to whether or not this major moment in his life causes him to change. We're given a peek at him through the eyes of young Sheldon, and it seems his innate Sheldonness cannot be erased, even if family life appears to have matured him somewhat.
That must have been great. Having parents who supported you, despite all your differences.
Oh, yes. Looking back, that was the ultimate gift.
Number 13. What happens to Amy's apartment after the repairs are done? When Amy's apartment needs to undergo some work, she adopts Penny's old place and begins her 5-week mission of living with Sheldon.
I accept this 5-week mission to share a living space with my girlfriend.
But once the repairs to Amy's place are complete, the two of them agree to remain there permanently.
Are you saying you'd like to live with me?
I'm open to the possibility.
We never see or hear anything about Amy's old apartment afterwards. Sure, they agree to stay, but much of their apartment continues to be Penny's old stuff. What happens to all of Amy's things, or even the apartment itself? It would have been quite funny to watch the two debate over what stuff Amy's gonna keep versus things Sheldon doesn't want anywhere near the apartment.
Of course, there's always your apartment.
Sure, we could live in my apartment.
I hate your apartment.
Number 12. What did Howard's mom look like?
Howard, it's the
phone!
I know it's the phone, Ma. I hear the phone!
Well, who's calling at this ungodly hour?
Over the course of the entire show, Howard's mom was a bit of a running gag. Like Vera's unseen face on Cheers, Debbie Wallowitz was a character we never saw, but certainly heard.
Howard, are you having a play date?
Don't have play dates! I have colleagues!
Do their parents know they're here?
No, but if you keep screaming, maybe they'll hear you!
Portrayed as an overprotective and obnoxious mother, Debbie Wallowitz was in the show up until season 8. The character was retired after her voice actress, Carol Ann Susie, tragically passed away.
I didn't care for her yelling. But now that I'm not going to hear it again, I'm sad.
If you want, I can yell at you later.
It won't be as good.
With the character now absent from the show, the mystery of what she looked like would always be there. Keen observers have noted that a photo of Susie can be seen on the side of the fridge in the boys' apartment. It's a close hint at what she could have looked like, while still not being an outright confirmation. Number 11. What does Penny's future look like? When a show comes to an end, fans always hope that the writers find a way to give their characters a satisfying ending.
So you're saying the inevitability of change might be a universal constant?
Well, there's a little more to it than that, but yeah, sure.
By all accounts, Penny seems to be in a good place when things conclude. But how does it all play out? We mentioned before how she struggled to find happiness, so we wonder if that continues as she became a mother. Speaking of which, that was something she wasn't keen on being for such a long time, so how does that all play out?
Okay, that's it for the fish. I'll be back with the meatballs after a short word from our sponsor. Oh, thank you.
Does she keep her career in pharmaceuticals? Do she and Leonard stay together? Of all the characters on the show, Penny is likely the one whose life may have gone in a different direction.
Can you believe it? They finally fixed the elevator.
Number 10. Is Penny happy? Of all the characters on this show, Penny could be described as the one who's both grown the most, yet struggled the hardest with happiness.
I finally realized I don't need to be famous or have some big career to be happy.
Then what do you need?
You stupid Pop-Tart!
For a long time, she thinks fame from an acting career will make her happy, but finds herself floundering in such a field. Her struggle to find happiness extends further into her relationship with Leonard, her new career in pharmaceuticals, and eventually the idea of becoming a mother. So, when all is said and done, does she ever really find true happiness? Stuart once says,
"Together you two kind of make one awesome person."
Oh, Stuart.
Which makes a good case for her future. After struggling so much with finding happiness, is Leonard, her baby, and career success enough to finally make her happy?
So, do you wanna?
Well, I can't get more pregnant.
We'll see about that.
Number 9. Does Stuart become successful? He may not go down in history as having won a Nobel Prize or visiting the International Space Station, but Stuart Bloom does start to see some success as the show comes to a close.
We were looking for a recommendation about comic books.
Oh, well, I recommend you don't open a store and sell them.
After losing his comic book store to a fire, it comes back better than ever. It even brings love into his life when he hires Denise.
I mean, the HAVW A5 turbo tank has metal gripping wheels, but I wouldn't call them tires.
You are so hot.
So inevitably we wonder, does Stuart find any other successes in his life later on? Does he turn his store into a franchise and take down Capitol Comics? Or does he come back to his artistic side and become a professional comic book illustrator? With a Stuart-centered spin-off reportedly in the works, there's still time for these questions to be answered. Number 8. What kind of parents are Leonard and Penny? In the final episodes of the show, we learned that Leonard and Penny were expecting their first child.
Just tell people.
No, it's too early. I haven't even wrapped my head around it.
My head is wrapped.
Yeah, well, if something else had been wrapped, we wouldn't be in this situation.
This came as a shock to viewers, as Penny didn't seem enthusiastic about the idea.
The question is, would you like to have kids? So yeah, we want kids.
Yeah, someday.
Like in the next 5 years.
Sure. Next question?
After hearing her go back and forth on the idea several times, learning that she would definitely become a mom was certainly a huge surprise. That just leaves the mystery of how they'd be as parents. Neither of them had conventional upbringings.
I see. So
You're here to tell me all the ways that I failed you as a mother.
Yeah. And get comfortable, because it's a long list.
Both Leonard's relationship with his mom and Penny's relationship with her dad certainly had their ups and downs.
Well, that hurts me deeply.
I'm sorry,
Let
Daddy.
me finish.
However, given the love between the couple and what they learned from their own pasts, we're confident they became fantastic parents. Number 7. What happened with Howard's half-brother? We hear countless times over the show's run about how Howard's father left the family.
Yeah, well, my quality father-son time was spending my adolescence looking out the window waiting for my dad to come back someday.
So it was a big surprise to learn that Sam Wolowitz had an entire other life with additional children.
Are you saying you're my half-brother?
I think so. Bernadette, weird things are happening out here.
In season 8, we meet Howard's half-brother Josh, who shows up unexpectedly at his home. After a bit of a rough start, the two hit it off and seemingly intend to continue to learn more about each other. And then, nothing. Viewers never see Josh nor hear his name spoken for the rest of the show's run. Fans are left to make up their own interpretation of how this new sibling bond evolves.
You are my brother.
Number 6. Will Leonard's relationship with his mother improve? Leonard's mom was introduced as a high-achieving academic with little regard for any accomplishment her son ever made. He spent his whole life trying to please his mother, while she ignored him. She thought this would all bring him strength, but instead, this parenting method merely created an emotional wall between the two.
That's not really in my control, is it? Yes.
As the show comes to an end, Leonard finally decides he's had enough and forgives her.
I didn't ask you to forgive
Too
me.
bad. I forgive you anyway. And I forgive myself for taking so long to do it.
It's there we see her give him his first real piece of affection, something he yearned for all along. Could this have been a sign of better things to come? Number 5. Does Howard ever get his PhD?
Hello, boys.
Dr. Gablehauser?
Dr. Cooper-Polly.
Dr. Gablehauser?
Dr. Hofstadter.
Dr. Gablehauser?
Dr. Cooper.
Dr. Gablehauser.
Mr. Wolowitz.
Early on, we learned that Howard received his master's degree from MIT, but did not get his doctorate. As much as he is accomplished as an engineer, it's never stopped his friends and colleagues from poking fun at his lack of a PhD.
Sheldon, I'm more than smart enough to take your class.
No.
For a moment in season 8, we thought he might get there with help from Sheldon, but that didn't pan out.
I am your professor, and you're going to treat me with the proper... You shot your spit in my mouth!
Is that gonna be on the test? Because I don't think I can do that again.
We wonder if Sheldon and Amy's Nobel win may have given Howard a bit of a push to earn his last degree. If so, he could finally be called Dr. Wolowitz. It would certainly be an improvement over Wallowizard. Number 4. Will Raj ever get married? For 6 years of the show's run, Raj suffered through selective mutism whenever he was around women. This certainly caused his fair share of relationship issues. Even when he faced the issue head-on, his inability to maintain a long-term, stable relationship followed him until the series ended.
It's been a long time since I've seen a girl's really not her shoulder.
It always seemed that Raj's biggest hurdle was his inner battle of wanting to be happy versus wanting to make someone else happy. When the show wrapped, Raj was still single, but content among his friends. Does he ever manage to find a girl who knows what Notting Hill was really about?
And I don't think she's waiting for you in England. When you propose to someone in Notting Hill, it should be to someone who knows what that movie is.
Number 3. What is Penny's maiden name? After 279 episodes, you might have thought we'd know the full names of all the major characters. Since we've already memorized Cooper-Polly and Rostenkowski, you'd think the writers would have given us Penny's original last name.
Big deal. Not knowing is part of the fun.
Not knowing's part of the fun. Was that the motto of your community college?
Alas, this appears to be a question that they never really intended to answer. In fact, as time went on, it became a bit of a superstition to not give her a last name at all.
Finally, there's a Mrs. Hofstadter who isn't disappointed in me.
Oh, well, the night is still young.
Fans have theorized about her name and have come up with several creative possibilities. However, the producers and writers have stood firm that this was a question they never really intended to answer.
Thank you all for this high honor.
Number 2. Did Howard ever reconcile with his dad? While often played for laughs, Howard's relationship with his estranged dad is also one that gives the show some of its best moments.
Maybe he apologizes or explains why he left.
He abandoned me and my mother. Why does he deserve a chance to explain anything?
The entire letter episode shows how truly conflicted Howard is about his father. And given that he learns his dad has a whole other family, it would have been pretty easy for him to reach out and reconnect.
Look at this! Photos of Wolowitz's family before father left forever.
But even with all of those small details, we never find out if Howard ultimately does try to reconcile with Sam. Given how emotionally heavy that would be, we can understand leaving it out. But that doesn't stop us from wondering what his dad may think of his son's accomplishments.
Glad you're feeling better.
Me too. If I'd known we were going to be dancing, would have worn my flats.
Which brings us to number 1. What was the deal with Howard's dad? One of the ongoing story elements of The Big Bang Theory was how Howard dealt with his father's departure. In numerous episodes throughout the show's run, we learned that Howard's dad left him and his mom when he was a kid.
Where's my daddy puppet?
He never saw his father nor heard from him at any point afterwards. During a season 6 episode, Sheldon uncovers a letter to Howard detailing what happened, but Howard doesn't want to know.
Don't you want to know what's in the letter?
If I wanted to know, I would have opened it years ago.
The gang opts to give him 6 different stories about his dad, with one being true. It provides the audience and Howard their own Schrodinger's cat. We all both know and don't know the answer at the same time.
Which one do you think it is? Matey?
Actually, I don't want to know. I want all of them to be true.
Well, one of them is.
That's pretty cool. Thank you, guys.
Do you have any theories on these unanswered questions? Give us your hypothesis in the comments.
I guess the only thing that actually stays the same is that things are always changing.
Interesting.